Alright, I'm back. Hopefully it's recording correctly. Like I say, I didn't intend on doing any quests here anytime right now, but I wasn't sure if I would get this quest again. I don't know why, but I'd just rather be safe than sorry. If I'm mistaken, I don't know if this is a vampire thing. I could be wrong.
Are you here to free me?
Am I having connection issues, or am I just going right here?
Thank thee, Eight. Quickly, untie us. Captain Tendil of the 1st Auridon Marines. We were sent here at the behest of Her Royal Majesty, Queen Irene. We walked into a trap. Agents of the Veiled Heritance stripped us of our uniforms and gear and left us here to burn. We have a stash at the farm near the edge of town. Return them to us. I'll personally see that every last imposter dies screaming for mercy! Thank you. I'll untie the rest. You get that gear for us.
Oh yeah, the reason I left my mic on is, just if anyone cared, the last video was 33.3 gigabytes, for those who care. I don't know if anyone really watches this, to be honest, but, yeah, it's 33 gigabytes for the last hour and a half video I uploaded. But yeah, otherwise I don't really have much in the way of updates. Peace out.
Any luck? We'll gear up and patch our wounds. In the meantime, find out who's behind this conspiracy. I'll send one of my best men along with you to help loosen some tongues. Stars guide your steps. I'm staying here till Silsalen is safe again. I'm staying here till Silsalen is safe again.
Down, Kerr. I've got it covered. Would you care to explain why you're tracking me? An artist, you say? Intriguing. I'd accept, but I'm currently occupied with a rather tricky contract. Unless you wish to perform the task for me, I'm afraid this tableau is out of luck. If you think you're up to the task, this forest is a protectorate of the Sapiarchs. The noble contracted me to poach one of the Indriks and bring him her heart. He wishes to serve it at a feast. Petty defiance is a mask of prestige, you see. We have a deal. You'll collect the heart and I'll meet with Tableau. Kerr will lead you straight to the Indrik. I've already given her the scent, so it's as simple as following behind. And then killing the beast, of course. Somerset nobility isn't quite as squeaky clean as they want you to believe. In fact, the pressures of perfection often lead them to some questionable desires. My services allow me to perform more unbecoming tasks, given my social status. I have no family to shame, no name which to soil. I may as well be a shadow, for all the worth I am given. Society would rather ignore me than admit I exist. Of course, this anonymity allows me unprecedented freedom. A blessing within my curse. Yes, I was rejected when I was but a babe. One look upon my face should tell you why. I was raised by the priests of Stendarr, stern Mer who did not much care to cater towards the whims of a child. It was a cold upbringing. A Hulkind, a broken child. That's what I've been all my life, why deny it? But being unwanted, outcast, it's almost a relief. I had no family to please, no name to live up to. I choose my own path. Rejection is almost liberating in that sense.
You finally arrived! And with quite a...
Well, this isn't quite what I expected. Your friend is a curious individual. Scribbled constantly as we talked. I had no idea she wished for me to be a... model. Well, no matter. Have you the heart? Good. It seems you're as competent a companion as Kerr. I realize our business is concluded, but a complication has arisen which would benefit from your continued assistance. Tableau is quite insistent on finishing her sketch, but it may take a few hours. I'd hate to leave her indisposed after all the trouble she went through to find me. I must request you deliver the heart for me. The inn within Lalandril. The contact's name is Voltarian. Best to deliver the heart before it starts to rot. Wouldn't want to ruin his little feast. You may keep my payment as compensation. A fair trade, after all your work. Lalandril is just to the west. You shouldn't have any trouble.
Manakar? Didn't I tell you to remain seated? I'm only halfway through this sketch.
Well, yes. My apologies.
Who in oblivion are you? I left explicit instructions with the manager of this establishment that I was not to be disturbed under any circumstances. Let's keep our voice down, shall we? So, the Hulkind disappoints once again. How utterly expected. As the one who delivered my parcel, I suspect you'll want the reward. Have it, and be off with you. I'm astonished the Hulkind refused to complete this task himself. I'm sure honest work isn't easy to come by for one of his status. You cannot understand the painstaking preparation, the ritual consumption, and the artful flavors of an Indrik heart. It is a delicacy fit for only the finest gourmets. The question itself betrays your unworthiness for such pleasures. Something more important than the obligation he had to me? Hulkins have no sense of honor. It comes with being raised without a family, you know. That's why no one trusts them. Of course, an femme such as yourself wouldn't understand. A family sets expectations. Here in Somerset, all we do is for our family's honor. There's no hope for someone who doesn't have even that to guide them.
I know some of us here.
Are you going to look, or are you going to...
I see that glint in your eye, Karam. Barra, traveler.
No, that wouldn't. Finally, the courier. I expected you hours ago. You must acquire my materials at once. And don't think I'll compensate you for the rush, given you're the one who was late. Oh, Well, I can hardly keep track of every face I hire. An artist's work is endless. I need colors. Rich, rare, vibrant. After all, this painting will be the masterpiece of my career. I simply cannot work with mediocre shades. Reagents, ingredients, naturally, of course. I require that you gather the supplies needed to make the vivid paint this masterwork requires. Just take this list. Oh, and this tea, of course. You'll need it to acquire the first item. Now hurry along. I really do need you to hurry along. Inspiration could strike me at any moment, and I simply must have the perfect colors when that time comes. Oh, of course, you're a fan. Well, I'm not surprised my popularity precedes me. I'm sure it's not every day that you meet an artist of my caliber. As long as it doesn't delay you for too long, you may ask me some questions. From what I gather, Somerset views its artists rather differently than the rest of Tamriel. It's one of the few ways to rise above your family's station and enter the world of the elite. This masterpiece shall be my final step. Oh, no. Being a renowned artist is a station all its own, and a highly respected one at that. From this generation forth, my descendants shall say my name with reverence. What more could one ask for? I'm known for my art, yes, but I need something to set me apart. A painting that shall hang for centuries, worshipped by those who gaze upon it. To do so, I need breathtaking, resplendent colors, vivid, powerful, emotional. Hamelin's dye produces the most gorgeous teal you'll ever see. The Yokuden tea I've given you should be a good enough trade. Brodron's bug carcasses create grays with flashes of silver. He's already received payment, so just tell him my name. The Aurealis. Oh, such a glowing orange it produces. Beautiful enough to bring tears to your eyes. The flowers are rare, but I happen to know a hilltop where they still grow. I've marked all the locations for you in the note.
Hard at work, Tindoria? How goes your finger painting?
Ah, Verilel. I see you've deigned to step out of your florid abode. Come to see how a real artist creates.
I'd enlighten you with a response, but we both know my skill speaks for itself.
Why, you're certainly skilled at boasting. If only you had the artistic sense Auriel gave a mudharper, you might produce something of worth.
Your tongue remains as sharp as your wits. When I'm declared the royal court's newest artist, I'll be sure to send you an invitation to dinner.
What a kind offer, though I'm sure that won't be necessary. After all, we both know that I'll be the one to acquire that position.
If you've come to rob me, I'm afraid I have little of value. I can help if you've a high fever or nervous stomach, but I have no need for gold these days. Healthy paranoia, I suppose. There's plenty of questionable characters out here, but I prefer it to the crowded cities. Too many myrrh going on about their appearance or their status or their career. I'm done with such trivialities. Oh, it's been a long time since my former student has contacted me, and now she makes such demands. How quickly she forgets who trained her to hold a paintbrush. I have no need for gold. You can tell her that upon your empty-handed return. This is Yokudan blue tea? I thought it lost forever. The last shipment was said to have sunk to the bottom of the Abyssan Sea. Oh, she's still clever, isn't she? Her and Veralel always were. Very well, take my mixture. It's a good trade. Yes, back when I had the inclination to bother with such upstarts, I thought that would be my legacy, to train great artists who would blossom under a careful eye. Sadly, all they did was rot in their own hubris. The life of a Somerset artist is not easy. It's not enough to be merely great. You have to be better. Both Tindoria and Verarel wilted under that pressure. I blame myself for agreeing to tutor them together. Their rivalry seemed harmless at first, even friendly, just something to keep them motivated. But as it tends to be, one of them was always a step ahead. Soon any praise I had for one would pierce the pride of the other. And now they've both grown bitter and endlessly jealous of the other's success. They believe Somerset only has room for one great artist. Such foolishness. Honestly, it was their squabbling that led me to stop taking students.
Hey there, careful where you step. My livestock is having their dinner, and I won't have some bumbler stomping all over them. I've got enough trouble with their mating woes. These bugs happen to be the most desirable olive lint to crawl upon Somerset. When ground up, my beauties make the most brilliant shade of grey you ever did see. Why, I even got the artist Tindoria as a client. Oh, well, I did. What a shame. I always took her for one of the good ones. Never tried to cheat me or say I wasn't welcome. Always complimented my beauties when she visited. The ideal customer every time. To think that she would go so far as to sabotage my livestock. Because it turns out she's just like every other high elf on this island. I refused to sell my carapaces to her exclusively, and this is what happens. Verilel was just heartbroken when I had to turn him away. Yes, and he had quite a bit to say about Tindoria. He told me just last week she was complaining about my services. And I heard this wouldn't be the first time she's done something shady. Why, Ifra, to think I was so blind.
More ruins. You know, every stone tells a story. I mean that literally, by the way. That wall over there won't shut up about how much it hates rain. Let's find this bridge and get out of here, eh?
Wait, don't hurt me. This wasn't my idea, honest. I just did what I was paid to. Just let me go and I'll tell you everything. Oh, I don't know. Some sort of pheromone? It makes those nasty bugs sleepy, but that's it, I swear. It's not poison or anything. Why did I ever agree to work for that snobby artist? What? No, a fellow named Verilel. Nasty perfume, full of himself, typical artist. He paid me to sabotage this farm. Not quite sure why, but, well, I think it's about time I leave. No need to tell the authorities, right? That's it. This is the last time I get caught up in artist rivalries.
I trust your search was as fruitless as mine? He did? Well, honestly, I would love to believe that. Tindoria's support was the only thing I had going for my business for a long while. But what would Verilel have to gain from all this? That's true. Tindoria and Verilel have been rivals for as long as they've been artists. I even let that bastard convince me Tindoria was the one who did it. Ah, these artists and their rivalries. It's always us little people who are made to suffer. Here, take the last of my stock. I'm sorry I ever took the word of that perfumed pansy over Tindoria. Just glad I'm able to get her this shipment. That gentleman never did me a bit of harm.
What do you mean you lost the map? I didn't lose it. I threw it in the water.
Why would you do that?
This breach is in a zoo. Wow. You know, I'm endlessly fascinated by animals. They're a bit like walking plants, eh? Except with more, you know, fluids. Ugh. What a word that is.
Alright, I'm gonna end it here. I just want to make sure I can upload this before I go to bed. But yeah, I have another day off tomorrow, so I'll record some more. And otherwise, peace out.